What you doing?
Right now, detailing the car.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Kind of.
Looks fantastic.
Yeah?
Yes, this is the car. It's in the bay. So we're working on the doors right now. We found out the speakers probably will not be in on time. We have the driver's door done. So let's kind of break it down, I guess. I don't know. Let's just call it the driver's doors is as done as it's going to get today. We'll talk more about this in a secondary video, like what we did. Because I don't want to give it all away, I guess. But this is the driver's door. As far as this is Resinex, so we have Nick's Resinex right here, all done up on there. He's getting ready. So by the end of today, that door should look just like this door, and then the doors will be done as far as the sound treatment and all that fun stuff goes. Speakers, no, we still got the factory crap, and then the door panel itself. See if I can turn this thing around. It weighs like 20 pounds now. So there's the door panel itself. A bunch of Resinex inside of it, and then some of this egg crepe foam on it. This area here is not done, of course, because that's what goes into this pocket right here. These suck to build, so don't ever ask for a set, because I will not be making another set after we're done with these.
Unless.
Nope.
Unless.
Nope.
Unless.
Nope, there is no unless.
Somebody want to spend $5,000.
No, 5,000 is not enough.
What?
No, it's like
Dude, that costs like $20.
It's like a basic stereo at this point. Dumb question. Can you use 2 fuses to make a certain value? Yes, that's actually not a dumb question. That's a very good question. Yeah, so for example, let's say you had a distribution block that was... there's a couple different scenarios where this works, and we actually sell the distribution blocks already set up like that. So if you wanted to use the MIDI fuses, they only... At the time, okay, so realistically, they go up to about 200. I think you can find 3 or something like that. Either way, used to be like 150, 200 was the max. That's so you need 300 amps of fusing. So what Stinger made was a distribution block that had like a 0 gauge in, and then 2 sets of 0 gauge or 4 gauge output. They'd have the little sleeves. You put 2 fuses on each output, and so if you needed a 300 amp fuse, you'd put 2 150s, and that would get you to 300 amps. I know, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, no, you can totally do that. They also do that with the big fuses as well, where you would have 2 locations, because if you need, let's say, 4... Now they have bigger fuses, but they didn't always have bigger fuses. So, but yeah, you can totally do that. I don't want to talk too much about like what the plan is for this, because I kind of feel like that's going to be another video. So, this is for the door panel?
Yep.
Probably just put in wherever the center console.
It's going to be in the cup.
Yeah. So that's really about it. This is what we're doing. Tomorrow is Tuesday, as everybody knows, because today is Monday, Joy. And we'll be out at the Tampa Convention Center at the IBEX boat show. IBEX? IBEX boat show. I do full filming as well for this. So we're going to do some film. Like, there's going to be a video on it. Yes, we're going to be doing some filming. It's been a long awaited Netflix series, yeah. So we are going to do a video. It is not going to be like a how-to video that, like, where we kind of take... It's going to be more of like, here's the journey, here's why we did what we did kind of thing. It's going to be a little different because we have enough Mustang videos. So getting my system installed at a shop, should I tip the installer? If he does a great job, sure. If he does a crappy job, no. But, if he does a good job, yeah, why not? Anyways, yeah, we're gonna do some filming on this to bake, because obviously we have to, just to kind of explain what it is. But that's really what it's gonna be. We're gonna explain the process in which we did to build this. So once we're done, that'll be the goal. That'll be what we're going to do. So, excited? So we have today and then Friday and Saturday to get this as far along the road as we can. And since the speakers didn't come in today, that means we probably won't see them until Monday, which means we won't get any speakers in this car. We only get, yeah, that sucks. Crappy job tip equals watch 5-star car. Yeah. It's going to be a video providing that Dean actually puts the system in his car. No, it's gonna get. I mean, we're not just gonna do sound treatment. I mean, the goal was to get all the stuff in by Monday, but it's not looking like that's gonna happen. So we'll get as far as we can, and then we'll finish it up on, nights and weekends. Yay! Bowling right along. Oh, that's funny. So, yeah. You got anything, Fernando?
No. You know.
How long does it take for an install Falcon and a Nighthawk? I don't know. I haven't done it yet. I mean, I'm assuming it probably takes a little bit longer than a Blackbird because there's 4 more channels, but I mean, it's just... What's up? Yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna... It's just a matter of building the amp rack, getting everything wired up. That'll go into the trunk. No, because Sue wants a new car, so we're not going to do anything in her car. It's exciting to hear more about the Modus product last week. It was very exciting. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed that. We have a full video coming out later this week of the system, so we can talk. He really goes deep into those amplifiers, which will be fun. That'll be a nice little talk. Yeah. It's Monday. I mean, I gotta be honest, it's just Monday, tired. You know, the joy of working on my own car kind of sucks. Not real excited about it at the moment. Not getting there. So, gotta get excited. How the box is spaced out for the bed cover is gangster. Yeah. No, they put a lot out. Trust me, the Digos' son did a fantastic job building it. He's definitely a chip off the old block for detail and all that other fun stuff. So it looks really cool. He did a fantastic job. He's a very talented individual. So we're looking forward to that. Hopefully being able to show you guys some more stuff. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this week goes. No, I don't. I look tired. That's all I do. So anyways, we are in fact working on the Mustang. It's actually getting something done on it. So what's up, Benjamin? So yeah, that's it. Tonight we will be doing a show. So stay tuned for that. Like I said, I don't want to give away too much of what we're doing. I just want to kind of show you some stuff just to prove that we are actually doing it. Because most people don't believe it. I don't even believe we're working on it, to be honest with you. So, but there it is. We're working on the Mustang. It's very dirty. That's it. We'll talk to you guys tonight. One day at a time. Thank you for content. Yeah, we'll do. You guys have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the IBEX boat show. Oh, look at that guy. Who's that guy with Fernando? Is that Tony D? Oh.
Can you see the comments?
No. Yes, I can. Afternoon, gents. Hello. So there's Tony chilling. We got Jason Delgado, head of marketing.
Rob.
Rob
is in the
Rob
center.
is in the center. We're here. So inside is where a lot of this is at. This is outside. They have obviously some stuff to see out here.
Well, the reason why they outside because they have the Tesla here. They
Base
can do actually demo, live demos in here. So
yeah. So we'll go inside a little later on and we'll show you guys some of the stuff that's inside. It's huge. It's huge in there. It's huge. It's amazing. Anyways, this is where we're at, downtown Tampa.
yeah.
Lots of fun. It's quite temperate right now. So the sun clouds just moved away, you know. That's why I got my hat on. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. We're actually going to, a couple things we're going to do today that are going to be fun is we're going to get Tony and myself and we're going to, so we filmed a video the other day about the Cybertruck and we talked about, because this is the current averaging amplifiers in them, and there's a couple other technologies that we want to kind of dig into. So we're going to make one big video that's going to kind of bring all that stuff together that hopefully will answer a bunch of questions that you guys have about this stuff, because it is really cool. So that video hopefully will come out later this week if all goes well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. That's what we got. So we're going to hang out here today, look at some cool stuff. I don't know whose boat this is. I don't think it has a stereo in it. It's not their boat.
I think it's just a boat.
It's just a boat. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's
You want to buy a boat?
The demo is the boat. It's like there's a boat. It goes on the water. It does
No
watery
way, really?
things. Yeah.
This one goes in the water?
I think it goes on the water.
Wow.
I could be wrong. I mean, let's see. What does it have? We got a boat stool, which is pretty cool. We got a trolling motor. I know what that is. There's a cooler. There's a steering box. Oh, it's got power poles for the back. You know what these are, Fernando? So this is a power pole. So this is like a mechanical anchor. This arm comes down and it pins into the dirt.
Yeah.
Then your boat will do this. And if you pull down that one, then it'll just lock the boat in the shallows.
Very cool.
Yep. It has JL audio in it.
Cool.
Or Garmin. Yeah, either way.
Has a big motor for sure.
It has a big motor.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Is it too big?
It's an engine. It's got a big thing. It's got this cool thingy mabob. But do a bump? No, it do not. It do not. It's just got some basic stuff. So no bumpity bump. But this thing, the 412s, really gets exciting. So. Yeah, there it is. All right.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. That's all I got. You got anything?
No, I mean, it's fantastic.
You guys have
Weather
a great
is
time?
beautiful.
I don't know about beautiful, but it's weather. All right, guys. We'll talk at you later today.
Bye.
See ya. Good day, everyone, and welcome. It is Thursday, and we are in the bay. All right, so I feel like there's some explanation needed. Baked potato, full baked potato. All right, so our week was supposed to be as followed. Monday in the bay, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we were going to be out at IBEX with Modus. And then Friday, Saturday, come back to the bay, finish up the car. It's my Mustang. We're working on the Mustang. And that was a good plan until it wasn't. So after Tuesday, we had a great time out there with Modus. We had a lot of fun. We took you guys, showed you some of the stuff. But it really wasn't anything that we needed to spend 2 more days at. So we decided, we made the call that it's like, thank you guys. We'll come up with some other ideas, and let's just stick with getting back to the bay. So yesterday we got here in the morning and we rocked it till the wheels fell off. We got a ton of work done. So came in today, finished it up, and for the most part, the car is done. For the most part. And here's what the problem is right now. So the problem is we have no speakers because we put a note on the door that says, please bring everything back Friday for delivery. And so what we think happened is that they were actually here to deliver them. So we're not going to get the speakers until tomorrow, which kind of sucks. But that's okay because we'll just do it tomorrow. It's not the end of the world. And then we'll take Saturday off. So so we're filming it kind of, and we're just going through the highlights. A lot of it we haven't filmed yet because it's the speakers. But we have other things. So let's kind of go through what we did, and then you can just watch it twice when we talk about it. We'll go more in depth. So the first thing is, this is all Resin X. We've talked about what sound treatment we were going to use on my car. Nick was nice enough to send me a box of Resin X like 2 years ago, Fernando? Yeah, about 2 years ago. And so this stuff, according to Fernando, is legit the nicest stuff he's ever put on. So he went full crazy on here, full crazy on the inside, full baked potato. I was like, we don't have to go too nuts on this, but he was like, let's go nuts. What's up, Austin? So this stuff is great. Like, it's fantastic. The things that I worked on while he was doing that was this black piece here. So these are block-off plates. And for anybody that owns a Mustang and wants a set of these, don't call me. Can y'all feel the heat difference between the black color? Yes, yeah, you can. This car sucks for heat. That's why my seat has all this sweat on it. It's ball sweat. Anyways, that's why I have seat covers just for my seat. Okay, so we made block-off plates. So these are filling in the gap. These were fun. This was not easy, but since we have the CNC, we showed you the other day. I think we were cutting these out on the CNC, which was fantastic. So here's this, and then there's another area here. So we made this. There's 2 block-off plates that have to get made. They're not fun to make. They suck. So anyways, that's in there. These will come out. These will come out. They're just in there so I have some sound, but I won't have sound now because now we have the amplifier in here. Did the same thing on the other side. So this door is all set, ready to go. Didn't bother to put the speakers back in. A-pillars are out. Cover for that is out. So this is going to have 3 3.5s, 3 tweeters, and 2 mid-bass in the front, 2 mid-bass here in the back, some kind of sub in the back, 410s at some point. And then there's the amplifiers. So right now, again, this is a lab. So they're just there. So we got the Falcon, we got the Nighthawk. We made a fuse holder. We took the Memphis fuse holder and turned it into an Arc Audio fuse holder. So just did a quick install there. They're gonna we'll explain all that in the video. You're doing the trunk too? Right now we're not doing the trunk because we don't have the subs yet. We don't know what the box is gonna look like. So the thought was, we still have plenty of sound treatment. We got sound treatment for days. Once we get the box and figure out what it's like, because I don't want to put a bunch of sound treatment in there and then the box not fit. So I would rather get the box and then figure out where we would need to put sound treatment in the trunk. It's going to be up firing, so it's not worth it yet, because I don't want to. It's impossible to peel this stuff off. Like, it does not come off. I think it's sealed. I think it's 410 sealed. So Sage from Sounds Good is going to make the box. He's made it before. He has it in one of his videos. He's going to make it for me. I just got to send him some measurements. So then he'll ship it out to me and we'll assemble it. But that's for another day. We're so far away from that. Well, we did come up with a plan for the center tweeter, because in the vehicle, all the grills are the same. Like, they all have this weird texture to them. And I know I could probably come up with something pretty close. So this is it here. It has this weird texture. And I could more than likely mimic this in either laser. 3D would be, the 3D printers we have is not going to print something like that. But we need this. Essentially, I need this piece here. Because the way the top piece looks, it looks like this. And it sits like this in the car. So you don't actually see the speaker. So you'd never know there was a mid-range there. But the tweeter has got to go here. And so my thinking is, if I had that grill, I could make a mount and flush it into here and replicate that look into this, and that way it would look factory, or more factory, not so out of place. So I found a set of these on Amazon, found some of these on eBay. So I ordered them so I could get just this, but whatever. They are going to be ARC subs. Everything is ARC. Everything is ARC something. I don't even know what it is yet. So hopefully we'll get all that. Hopefully we'll get it tomorrow, and then we can put it all in and make the rest of the panels and stuff like that. Just 410s. I know. It's convertible, man. Got to get that in there. Any pro tip on this generation of Stang? The thing is like, I think we've done, so this version of the Mustang is from 2024 back like 10 years. It's pretty much the same car. Like, little changes here and there, but it's pretty much the same car. And what, in the videos that we've done on the Mustang, it's always the same thing. It's bring the battery power wire up this side of the car, bring your speakers up that, because your amplifier's over here, your battery's over here. But what you have to do is you have to come, if you're not going to do something like this, or like this case, and I would never do this in a customer's car. They would always go here into the spare tire well. The only reason why we're putting it there is because the spare tire well is where the subs are going to go. So we have to put it somewhere. And so right now, we're going to move them for sure. That's not where they're going to live forever. But because this is a lab, we don't know what, it's not even worth getting into going too crazy with it. Although Fernando looked at it yesterday and said, I thought you weren't going to go too crazy. And I go, I didn't. Whatever. But when you're running wire in this car, you have to come all the way to the back of the car and then come forward, because where the carpet lies, all in this area here, you can't run under it because it's flat. So that's the problem anytime you go into a spare tire. So like a Jeep Wrangler is the same thing. They have that cool, and I see people running wires into there and they always get squished, and I don't want anything to get squished. So we always bring our wiring all the way back to here, all the way back to here. And even the wiring that we ran for this is capable of doing that. We actually have extra wire that we have tucked away in case we end up moving them to the back somewhere, because we just don't know yet. We don't know. So we don't want to. And then as far as everything else is in the driver's kick panel, and you do have to run tweeter wires, because they do this BMW style or German car style where the mid-range and the door and the tweeter share a channel on the amplifier. So if you want to go full active, obviously you just want to run the tweeter wire because it's way easier. You don't have to go in the door then. So that would be, I guess, the pro tips on the Mustang. Even the fuse box is by ARC. Yeah, so we got that beautiful fuse box from Memphis. Like, Memphis makes this fuse box, which is, I love this fuse box. It's built off of the same stuff that Metro uses, but it has 4 extra outputs for small things. Like, it has 4 constant 12 volt outputs. You can put 15 amp fuses on, which is really cool. There again, we might need it for something because it being a lab, but it says Memphis, and it's just not going to work in this particular installation. So we made an ARC audio cover for it, so that it kind of just goes with the flow. And we don't have the sub wire hooked up yet because we don't know. We're going to put a sub in it for sure. We're thinking right now it's probably going to be the Morel downfiring because we have that. We have the box, and it's kind of silly not to. So we'll do that next week. If we do it, it'll be next week that we decide to actually do that, not this week. Because we have to film a whole video on it and all that other fun stuff. Ooh, my bad. So we'll deal with that next week. But we have the beautiful downfiring 12-inch woofer. We have a beautiful box for it, so it kind of makes sense just to do that. Because we have it, so we might as well. And we've been meaning to put it in a video, and this will be perfect because it's going to be a minute, probably a month, probably Christmas time by the time the sub box is ready. So, Fernando, what sub we putting in this?
We're going to put one of the nicest shallow mount subwoofers that you ever seen.
Ever seen?
Ever seen.
Okay.
And where you can find it, it's at morelhifi.com. That's a 12-inch. It has a carbon fiber?
Honestly, it's been so long.
It has to have.
I don't know. Who cares?
Maybe not.
It's got a huge voice coil.
It has a huge voice coil. And you can find it at morelhifi.com. That is our sponsor of the 5 Minutes with 5 Star.
Good job, man. Good job. Battery was provided by, where did we get the battery from? Discount Auto Parts? Yeah, we got a Discount Auto Parts battery we just installed in this thing. Here's the thing. Those amplifiers are super efficient. Like, we're going to be fine. That's why I like going with the Blackbirds and whatnot, is because they don't hammer the hell out of the system. So now if I was doing what I wanted to do, well, then we'd have a different discussion, but I'm not. So we're not going to worry about the battery. It's fine. As an installer, do you guys get bothered if a customer asks for an update on the install and delivery date? Yeah, of course. Yeah. So that's a great question, by the way. Because yes, here's the thing. And if you're an installer, you might have similar thought processes, but we work as a tag team in a car. So he's doing something, I'm doing something. So anytime we get into a car to do like this car, he knew what he was going to do. He's like, I'm going to do the sound treatment. I need you to make the block off panels. And so we started on the driver's door. Now, the mistake I made is I cut one out, and I cut it out for the driver's door. I should have cut it out for the passenger door because I was getting in his way and I was pissing him off. But most of the time we don't work that way. If he's on that side of the car, I'm on this side of the car, and then we'll flip. So when he went to work on that side of the car, I just stopped altogether, and I went to do something else. I made the T-harness that goes into the back of the car. And so what we do is we each have things like we know we need to do. So like I made the T-harness, ran the T-harness. He knew he was going to run the tweeter wires and whatnot. And so we're just leapfrogging through the vehicle to get it done. We know what we need to do, and we have a good idea of when it's going to be done. Paul has learned to try not to ask us questions like that because I don't know. And if I say it'll be done at 5 and then it's done at 7, I'm a dick. So I just go with, I don't know. Ask me at 5 where we're at, and I'll let you know. If we're done, great. If we're not, it's like, the customer's 2 hours away. I don't care. There's nothing I can do about that. My job is to get the install done. Your job is to figure out how to get back here to pick it up. So it might seem cold, but it's like, I care more about getting the job done than you figuring out how to get back here to pick it up. You're going to get back here to pick it up. It's your car. I'm not worried about that. But I want to make sure I have the time to do the job properly. And if you're an owner and you just keep asking for updates and updates and updates, I have to stop what I'm doing. I have to think about what I have to do left, and I have to put a time to that. and then I have to guess. So yeah, it's not that fun. I will say this, most of the time we don't get that problem much anymore because we do stuff like this where we update, and we found that a lot of the times the customers that are here to have us do it, they're actually looking forward to these updates so they know where we're at. And we don't really get it anymore, which is kind of cool. We do sometimes, because not everyone comes here because they're like, oh, I saw you on this. Sometimes they just come here. It's weird. But anyways, yeah, those things drive me nuts. As well as the number one thing that a customer does there's a lot of things, but the one thing the customer will say that will cause both of us, and probably you, to just is, hey, here you go, Fernando. Hey, since you're going to be in there,
yeah,
do you think you can? No.
Yeah, no.
Unless
you're gonna pay another extra hour, extra 30 minutes, whatever. Yeah.
But it's not like we got extra time. No. You know, there again, we've allotted the time we need, and it's like, oh yeah, since you're gonna be in there, do you think? No, not at all. No. Can't do it. Let's go inside. We'll talk to Paul, and he'll tell you how much it'll cost. Because that's just what it is. Like, hey, you're gonna be in there. You're putting a new roof on my house. Do you think since you're gonna be up there, you can put a skylight in?
Yes, sir.
Sure, man. You bet. I mean, since we're going to be up there. And those are the things that, drive me absolutely. That one is just, puts me over the edge. Because the other thing, too, is you got to remember is that we allot a certain amount of time to get something done. And there's another car coming after it. There's always another car coming after it. And it's like...
And not just that. People think that you're just going to run the wire right there. Boom. Done. We don't do that.
Yeah.
If we're going to do something, we're going to do it the right way. We're going to put heat shrink, loom. We're
all that silly stuff. 10,000 zip ties.
It's not going to take 10 minutes or 20 minutes. You're probably going to do it in 10 minutes, but we not.
Yeah. So knock yourself out. Hola, saludo des Colombia.
Colombia, ¿qué pasa, parce?
Did you remember to run the bass knob remote? No, we didn't.
Oh.
It's okay.
That's not
it's all right. So, for one, we don't have a bass knob at the moment. I'm not real worried about it because it's real easy to get to on the JVC. But we actually have this wire here that is going to go into the vehicle. And I did not run it. I didn't even think about it until you just told me. But that's okay because what this is for I don't have yet. So we can always go back to that later. And there's no place in this car that is going to physically stay. So it's more just to do some testing. So I'm not real worried about it. These cars now, the Arc Horse edition of Mustang. Yeah, could be. Should I call my installer and ask him when my car will be done and pick up? As I told it would take a week. It's been 2 weeks already. So that's a different situation. So if I tell somebody that it's going to take 3 days and it takes 3.5 days, then that's fine. I'm going to say, hey, look, we need a couple more. We're almost done. You know.
All right. So now one of the things is you guys as owner, sometimes you assume that hey, everything is going to be fine. Sometimes the product from the factory is just,
Well, yeah, and that's where I was going to go with it. So sometimes things fall out of our hands. Like if we order something and it doesn't come in. Now, if we order something that doesn't come in, more than likely your car's not coming in either. We're just going to move things around so that we'll actually have that inventory. We're not going to take your car and let it take up space if we don't have the stuff to do the job. Mm-hmm. That's, as Fernando likes to say, bad business, bro.
That's bad business.
Now, there is certain times that it's hey, we don't want to keep your car for any reason at all. I don't want it here. I want it done and gone.
Yeah.
But there again, for us, most of the time, if it's going to stay, it might need an extra day or something like that. But it would never be we're going to need an extra week because that just goes that goes outside of the budget. If somebody tells you the car is going to take a week and it's going to end up taking 2 weeks, I would hope that they would call you and be like, hey, this is what happened. A responsible place is going to give you updates. Mm-hmm. Okay, so sometimes when we get a car in and there's things we don't know. Like there's like, hey, you have some stuff that was installed, or hey, we need to check this out, or anything where it's like there needs to be communication between me and the customer. I will give them a time and say, you know, I will call you like after lunch, or I will call you sometime before the end of the day, or I will call you as soon as I find something out. And I will do that. We'll figure out what we need to figure out, and we'll go next door. I'll get on the phone with them and I'll say, here's what we know, here's what we find. You know, I'll tell them what it is, that the information, and then we'll move on from there. So if we have a car for an extended period of time and we run into something, that's when we're like, hey, we need to call the customer and say, we're going to need it for a couple extra, you know, an extra day or a couple more hours. Can you pick it up in the morning? And most of the time, as long as you're honest and forthcoming with the person, then they understand, because, you know, we don't deal in absolutes. We deal in like, hey, you know, there's like a pack module or something like that, or an iData module, and all of a sudden it's doing weird stuff, and they're like, hey, we're going to have to do this, but my guy, we can't have it for you until tomorrow morning. Then it's like, hey, I need the car because they're writing some custom code for this, or, you know, they're sending an engineer over to take a look at it. So it happens. But for that's different than just the sales guy or the owner or whoever is just constantly bugging you. When's it coming? That's a totally different thing. But yeah, like, I feel like if the car's been there for a week, or they said it was going to take a week and it was going to take 2 weeks, and they haven't informed you of what's going on, then I would be worried. What's up, Benjamin?
Frankly?
Yes. Yeah, the Latino version.
Benjamin!
Only bother your installer with food or beverages, maybe.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's fine. You know, don't be overly nice to your installers, though, because like it's kind of weird. Like, I don't know. For me, it's kind of weird. It is for me.
It's actually more like attention. You know?
I don't mind you being at the end of the.
Thank you so much. There you go.
At the end, it's fine, but up front,
no, that's what I'm saying.
Let's just get to work.
Yeah.
I just want to get to work.
Yeah, you're so boring.
No one knows the complexity you guys are going through. Some people do. Like I try to explain, like when we're having our consult, I try to give people an idea of what it is we have to do. A lot of people don't understand. Like, for example, like, you know, when a customer sees their car and they come in and they see this, they're like, oh crap, like I didn't realize you were gonna have to do that. And it's like, what did you think? And they're like, I don't know, I just figured you'd just tuck some wires in, and it's like, it's not how it works. It's how it works for some people, but not for, you know, like I can't tuck a zero gauge, or any wire for that matter. It's all going to be properly installed. Dude, this thing closes like a ton of bricks. Oh, it's so nice.
Make sure you put your finger in there.
Yeah, don't put it. It sounds so much better. And that's just without the door panels on. The door panels are even crazier, man. He went full ridiculous on the door panels. So
super heavy.
Yeah, it's like, I think each door panel weighs like 20 pounds. If I'm running a DSP off factory amp and bass only comes in a T full volume, is the DSP set incorrectly? Okay, so I don't know if the DSP is set incorrectly or the signal that you got is incorrect. This is why you need an electrical RTA, or a DSP that has the capability of telling you what's going on. So this is the IRTA2. You can find it at DNF tool drawer. And what this is used for is you can see real time what you've tapped into, amongst other things. There's a bunch of stuff that will do, but when you're doing a DSP, if you set up your DSP and you got your input output mixer, or so there's different things you can do when connecting to a DSP. So the first thing is, let's say you have your factory amplifier and you say these are the tweeter wires. Well, are we sure these are just the tweeter wires? So if we plug them into this, okay, so we can plug into this, and we have our iPad, and we play pink noise, and we can see what the sound is doing. We'll be like, oh yeah, that's definitely a tweeter wire, or that is a full range signal. They must cap off the tweeter. So we need to know what each channel is putting out. Now, after the fact, let's say I didn't have this and I want to know, or I didn't do that beforehand. So now if I have a DSP, and we'll go over here to this like audio control. So on this audio control, I have all these outputs. Okay, so let's say I'm doing front tweeter, front mid, rear sub, and I have these two that are available to me. So now I can come out of these RCAs and I can come into this here, and now I can use the input mixer of the DSP to direct channels into 9 and 10, and I can look at those signals here. So I can see what is coming in and passing through the DSP. So like, for example, your subwoofer, I can also come on the output side of the DSP on that sub channel and see, or if I leave it plugged into 9 and 10, whatever I have feeding that sub channel, I can then also feed it to another channel, the channel in this case 9 and 10, and I can see that and go, oh wow, yeah, that's what's happening. So now, woo, some DSPs have an RTA built into it, which is good. So like a Moscone has a kind of one, a Helix has kind of one, Audison has one, Arc does not, because they just tell them to use ours. Nice of them. But most of the cheap DSPs don't have it. And so what you run into is you're trying to troubleshoot something that you have no idea. You have no idea. You cannot even guess what is happening because you can't see it. So is it set up wrong? It's possible. But is it the input? Is it actually set up properly, but the signal you have is wrong? So some form of an electrical RTA, whether it's a DM RTA, whether it's R-piece, whether it's high-level, low-level adapter, and some magic, whatever. You need to be able to see what's happening. So, hi from Washington. And there again, you can also see bass roll off. So if you want to see if there's bass roll off in the system, you can see that too. You can see when it's engaging. You get to see it all, man. It takes all the guesswork out of it. Just another day, I had a dash kit debacle. Called the customer and explained the situation, and he understood. Fixed the next day, but a week overdue and no contact. That deserves a visit. It happens. Yeah. I mean, when dash kit debacles, like for us, when like we have a dash kit debacle, I find it hard to believe, like, because we stock thousands of dash kits, it seems like. At least 1,000 dash kits. There's got to be 1,000 over there, it feels like. It's just an obscene amount of dash kits. Are you making a heart?
I'm making a heart, bro.
Are you bored?
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, every now and then it runs into an issue. Like, we'll get one of the higher end dash kits, will be a scratch on it. And it's like...
Hi from South Africa. Very cool.
I'm bringing some chips and hot sauce for Fernando.
Let's go.
Yeah, he's almost out of Valentina.
Yeah.
What's up? Audio control DM810 off VW fender system.
What happened?
Did you check to see if there's an iData for that? I think there's an iData for that. Like,
What year?
Fender. What year is that? 2023. Might not be for a 2023. All right, so there is a couple problems that you might need to. Obviously, you're gonna need load resistors. A fender system is definitely gonna need load resistors. It's also SB, which, unless you need a 2-channel oscilloscope to test for that, which isn't easy, but you need a. That's what actually the only functionality that an oscilloscope can be used for. I mean, there's lots of things, but one of them in the install bay that helps the most is the fact that the oscilloscope will tell you if your factory amplifier is SB, and then you can test the output of the SB to see if which VW do you have? You can test the the SB output to see if, yeah, it looks like they're all just radios. Yeah, they don't have an amplifier solution for anything. It sucks. Yep, nope. You can put a radio in it. Dude, they have radio replacements for all the 2023 Volkswagens. That's crazy. Without amplifier. Yeah, well, you're going to be taking the amplifier out anyway, so what does it matter? Advanced radio replacement. RR, yeah. They have a kit? Yeah, wow. All the 2023s. That's pretty crazy.
No, not a 2020.
Yeah, they don't have, I just checked. They don't have any 2023. So there again, that's where an IRTA would come in very handy, because you need to see what's happening, and an oscilloscope for a Volkswagen. The shop installed it, and it's okay. Well, hopefully they knew what they were doing. Which lightning to aux adapters are you using? The Apple ones seem hard to find now. Also, did you figure out what to use for the USB-C ones? We use the Apple Lightning to USB-C. You can get them on Amazon for $10, but you have to buy the Apple ones. Apple Lightning to USB-C. That's it. Works like a champ. That's all we use now. I have one that I haven't tested yet from FiO. I need to test that one. But yeah, I actually gave mine away to somebody the other day, so I don't have it anymore. So I gotta order some more. So thanks for reminding me.
If you have a Kohl's near you.
A Kohl's? Oh yeah, Kohl's had them on clearance.
They actually have them.
They had them on clearance for like $5.
Yes.
And he didn't buy them. I was like, why didn't you just buy them?
You, like,
yeah, dude, I like you didn't have my phone sitting next to me, so. You mean you can't hear all pass? You can totally hear all pass filters. Actually, you can almost hear an all pass filter.
See them.
Because if you're sitting in the car, factory power, and there's any form of imaging at all, then it probably has an all pass filter. So you'll never know what frequency it is, but it's probably got one.
There you go. See? Finish it.
What? Oh wow, you did go crazy. Look at what. Okay.
This is. We need the speakers, bro.
Hold on. I just did something here. Sorry about that.
Pause it.
Hold on. Yeah.
We need the speakers.
I know. That's pretty sad.
I know.
Terry says, you guys see they changed the A to B plug in the 2025 Broncos? Yes. Yeah, that's what the new pack piece is for. Yep. As the new end. They did it in the F-150s too. But pack has one. Everybody has one now. You're late to the game, Terry. Come on, man.
Oh, these people are crazy. Man.
2024 Teg 1. I just put a new radio in it. I wouldn't put a new radio in it.
Nah.
No.
Just keep it in.
Yeah, don't do that. Arc Audio Blackbird is SB compatible. As a matter of fact, all the Arc Audio stuff is SB compatible, as it turns out. I know, right? You still need a load resistor, though. You still need load resistors. That's an entirely different problem. But yes, it is SB compatible. We're going to talk more about that a little later. Like, we have to do some videos and stuff on it. Right now, they actually have Fernando's Volkswagen radio that they were doing because, hey, guess what? Volkswagens are SB radios. So we sent them his radio so they could do testing because Brad actually made his own amplifier to testing, and he was like, I don't see what the problem is. So we sent him our radio for testing so that he could see, like, what's in the wild. And he's like, it did the same thing.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? So yeah, them and most of the kickers, I think all the kicker stuff is also SB compatible because they did a bunch of testing too. All this stuff will come out here shortly. Amazon only has the no-name Lightning ones. Really? Have you tried Best Buy? Have you done a 4-channel amp on a newer Mazda 3? What did you use for integration? I have not, that I recall, done one on a Mazda 3. But I can go through the process of telling you. It really doesn't matter what car it is. We're going to go through the same process. The first thing is we're going to see if PAC makes a T-harness for it or Metro makes a T-harness for it. If one of those guys makes a T-harness, we're going to use that. Next, we're going to get the car in. We're going to do some testing. There again, we're going to use IRTA2. We're going to use voltmeter if we need to. If we suspect SB, then we're going to use oscilloscope, see what it's doing. We're going to test for DC offset. We've done a couple videos on the basics of what we do. And then, of course, it's a newer vehicle, so if it's not SB, either way, we're going to use 30 ohm load resistors, the LGD greens from Audio Control or Metra or Memphis or whoever's. They're all the same because it's going to need it. And then that's it. It just kind of goes from there. More than likely, though, we're going to be doing a DSP. So look at the pet book site. Didn't see anything. Only was doing sub. No was okay. So there is no sub pros. All right. So Terry, okay? So I'm gonna do you a solid here, Terry. About a month ago, we had Ernie, head of tech support from PACON, and he was on to talk about just Amp Pro. And what we learned that night about Amp Pro was fantastic, because there's a lot of silly stuff that they don't ever talk about that he actually talked about that night. And one of those is, if you're just going to be adding, if it's a digital signal, which is what A to B is, there is never going to be a sub pro. They can't do it because they just can't do it. They can't interrupt the bus. So if you have something like a BO Ford come in, there is no sub pro. There never will be a sub pro for it. If you have a Chevy with a Bose, there'll never be a sub pro. There'll only be a full replacement. So if there's a toss link on the Amp Pro, there'll never be a sub pro. If it doesn't have a toss link on it, but you can add one, then there will be a sub pro. So if you look at Toyotas and Chryslers, or older Fords, like Sony Fords, there was a sub pro, and they didn't have toss link on the board on the regular Amp Pros. You had to add it to it. On the more advanced cars, it's already a digital signal anyway, so they can easily just add in the toss link. So that's kind of how you figure out what's going on there. But no, there will be no sub pro for that. So you always got to go after the subwoofer. That's why you just sell them a big 7-channel amplifier and amplify the whole thing. Pretty cool.
So I find this one, but
Amazon really doesn't have it? I mean, Apple probably sells them on their website.
yeah.
I mean, just go to Apple and buy them. I don't know. I'll look tonight or later today. Okay. Anyways, we've tortured you guys long enough. So that's what's happening with the Mustang. We have stereo going in. We don't have any speakers. We're going to go next door now because we have some cleaning we have to do in the retail store. And that'll be it till tomorrow. So tonight is Thursday. Hi-Fi Vega is going to be live tonight. We're going to be doing the Hi-Fi Vega show over on the Hi-Fi Vega network. So that'll be fun. Tomorrow is Friday. So we'll be here doing the news early in the morning. Ooh, yeah. Canada Dry Christmas edition, fruit splash, all ready to go. I'm gonna burp. So good. So Saturday, no show. Excuse me. Sorry. We're gonna take the day off. So no show Saturday. It's crazy, but that's like 2 Saturdays now that we've actually had that we can just take the day off. It's pretty legit. Awesome. Okay. Anyways, shout out to ResinX for providing the sound treatment for this. If you guys need sound treatment and you want the best of the best with honors, thank you, sir. Head over to Nick's place, head over to ResinX, pick it up. Fernando totally endorses the hell out of it. He loves this stuff. He thinks it's fantastic. It went on super clean, super easy, and it just looks great. So check it out. And it's the best. It's the best because Nick said so. And he's done all the testing. Also, thank you for Morel Hi-Fi for sponsoring the show. MorelHiFi.com. Check them out. All right. Oh, and also, since we've been chilling out, we've been running the buggy, doing what we never do. We've been rocking the Biggie all week. Better than Stinger? Oh, God, yes. Yeah. Stinger's legit. Trust me. Stinger's legit. This stuff is a lot more money and a lot better. But it's a lot more money, so it's not fair. You really can't, if they were both $20, they'd be like, yeah, okay. They're not. So, Stinger's legit. This stuff is just better. It's okay. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Or tonight. See you.